The family school is particularly made to assuage the fears of a mother starting out homeschooling.
This is the easiest step, I think, to come into homeschooling. I wish that I would have found this 6 years ago.
It's the blending of the gospel with the curriculum is most attractive to me.
The resources are there and the help is there. You don't have to have a master's in education. You don't have to have a teaching degree. You don't have to have any experience teaching. You just need to love your kids and be willing to learn.
It is so natural to be afraid. Just this last January, there was a mother who spoke to me a few months ago before the new year and said, we really want to homeschool. Terrified to do it. Very bright, very well-educated woman, terrified to take on the education of her children, but knew that there had to be a better way. And so she brought them home. A week later, she called and said, I love this. I can't tell you how much I love this. It has blessed our home in ways I could not have even imagined.
The best way to go at it is just having a believing heart and having faith and knowing that this is what is appropriate for your family.
The family school is always there to give you the fundamentals and the activities, all the support, the ideas of what to do in homeschool.
This is so easy. It makes it so anybody can homeschool their kids. The spirit is so strong. There's so many different activities you can do with your kids. Wonderful that I can sit down and even teach my 4-year-old and my 2-year-old, and they're learning at the same time as my older kids are learning.
I can teach my 6-year-old and my 13-year-old the same lesson. They get different assignments, so my 13-year-old will be writing an essay and my 6-year-old is doing some coloring.
If you have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old that you're homeschooling together, you can teach them together the same materials and adapt the learning tasks to their individual needs. And all of that is given to you in the family school curriculum.
My preparation time really is less than an hour a day for me to teach a really great lesson for my children, and that's cutting things out and making the copies and everything.
As a family scientist, one of the interesting things that emerges is that children's socialization happens in the home.
You hear all kinds of crazy things. How are your children going to get socialized? And what if they fall behind? And all these questions. But the reality of it is that parents know best what their children need.
Often that fear is brought up, that what will happen to the social skills of my child if they're not interacting with people of their same age. One of the blessings of being able to have your children at home is that you can structure the interactions and what's shared and what's talked about and what children are learning in a very different way than you can when you send your child for hours away to interact with people who you don't know. In a school setting, children have all this anxiety develop earlier than they would naturally about being part of the in-group or being safe, not being made fun of, all of which can contribute to anxieties in the school setting that they wouldn't experience at home. That particular situation of interacting with people who are within 12 months of your age never will happen again in your life.
My kids actually have more friends now than they did when they left the public school system. And what I've learned from that is that we have more time to develop meaningful relationships with friends than we did when we were in school.
What happens with the family school is you are placed into a network of like-minded people with the same concerns and anxieties and desires that you have, and you can work together in the education of your children.
We're actually part of a family school co-op. 35 to 40 families in this area all gathered together, and we study different parts of the family school and the family school methodology.
We've sought out in this area our own friends and neighbors that do homeschool, and we have holiday parties. And we exchange Valentines on Valentine's Day, and they have a little family dance group that does square dancing and all kinds of fun things.
We still provide lots of opportunity for them to get together with other kids. We just have a little bit more say-so.
And so if you reach out and find the families around you and connect with them, they have the same need. And so those needs can be met very easily if you get together and work together.
This Christ-centered way of teaching, invite the Holy Ghost into your teaching in a way that enables you to learn and teach with power that you have not yet experienced and that you'll be amazed by.
Incorporating these gospel principles into our everyday learning has helped us not have our religion be just something that we do on Sundays.
You find as you're teaching and you're teaching principles of truth and the gospel is there, that the Holy Ghost is present to expand and enlarge your capacities to learn in ways that you didn't even know you could learn. And that child is learning. You find that the answers that they are giving you are so profound and deep because they are thinking with their heart and their mind together. Yes,
yes, this is what we're going for. It's not just straight A's or a certain score on the SATs, although I know that they're achieving excellence in academics, but it's that they're learning a certain type of behavior, a certain type of discipline and character. They're becoming fine individuals, and I feel like every penny of it is worth it.